Louisiana Beer Review 17, Coors Original. Coors beer, or Coors Banquet beer, was introduced in 1873 in Golden, Colorado. The reason for the name Banquet is really unclear. All the literature I've gotten from Coors, they think it's just because people drink it at banquets. They don't really know though. Anyway, this beer was not available east of the Mississippi River until 1981, and sort of a legend built up around it with, you might remember the 1976 movie Smokey and the Bandit, where they were smuggling it east of the Mississippi River. And it actually wasn't available in every state until 1991, when it became available in Indiana for the first time. So it's interesting. This beer is 5% alcohol. You could say it's made according to ordinary brewing techniques. It's nothing unusual. One thing I noticed about Coors is they like to change their bottle designs quite a bit, and I'm going to show you a bunch that have been around, that have been done just since 1995. Here's one that's sort of a throwback design from about 96. Here's another one, Coors Original with the golden design. Here's a different type bottle, and if you can make out on the back, it's got the Coors emblem embossed on the back. Interesting bottle. And here's another one with the gold. You can always see the mountains there, of course, because of the spring water. Here's a Western style bottle with a lariat rope all the way into the glass. Bought this in Oklahoma. It's very interesting, with the label painted on it. Here's another Coors bottle with the label painted on it. Rocky Mountain Water, High Country Barley, Premium Hops, and Rice. And here's another design. This was right before they came out with the interesting label where the mountains turn blue when it's cold. All Coors products are kosher for whatever reason. Here's the modern design with the blue mountains. You can see there it's still blue. I just took it out the fridge. It's cold. A brand that has stood the test of time, brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water for a legendary taste. It gets a C- on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer gives it mediocre reviews. The Beer and Me gives it mediocre reviews. Actually, I don't have a rating on Beer Advocate for whatever reason. I guess I forgot to do that one, so I need to do that. Also on Rate Beer. Anyway, let's get started. I'll try to keep an open mind. I don't know if you can make that out. There was a lot of smoke coming out of there. Give it a pour. Still a lot of smoke. You can see the thick white head. Very clear straw appearance. Lots and lots of carbonation on this beer. You just see so many bubbles streaming up the glass. So it's a nice looking beer. The head is not sticking around too much. I don't think you're going to see it stay thick very long. Probably be able to top this off without overflowing, yes. Actually, it said the sell date is December 6, 2010, and this is January 1st, 11, so hopefully that won't affect it, even though I don't think it will, because from what Miller said, and Miller and Coors are united now, more or less, the beer is supposed to be good up to a year after this pull date, but it's not super fresh. Anyway, give it a sniff test. You can detect a very faint beer aroma, but it's faint, which is not that unusual for American style lager, to tell you the truth. Some sort of grain odor, but I can't tell what in particular. Is it the rice, the barley, the hops? You're not going to be able to tell that, because like most of these American lagers, it's going to be a well-rounded beer and nothing's going to really stand out as far as a particular ingredient. Now the most important thing, the taste test. You have the typical beer flavor. It's sort of sweet. You can detect grains, but you can't really tell what it is. The hop underbody is there. But naturally it's not real strong, but it does give you that bitterness on the back end, which is nice. You know, you're just going to pick up that beer aroma. I've always liked Coors in the past. I thought it was above average, and I still stick with that. How would I rate this beer? Well, I'm going to get to that. Let's see. The mouthfeel is light and watery, and it has a very crisp, refreshing finish. It's not that different from, say, Budweiser. Maybe it's, I would say the dryness is about the same as Budweiser. Similar to Miller High Life, but it doesn't have that peculiar cooked vegetable flavor and odor about it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to give Budweiser an A-. I think it's excellent. I've always enjoyed it. I'm enjoying this one. I think they do a great job. That such good water they use. Such a balanced beer. Yeah, I can't see the criticism. People rip this. I see people ripping this beer and saying it's bad. It tastes bad. I don't know what they're talking about. I've tasted some bad beers. I got some of a 6-pack still left from a bad beer. Okay, if you want to talk about bad, but this is not. This is really outstanding, and I love Coors. I want to praise the company for doing such a good job since 1873. I remember when it wasn't available here, people back in the 70s, they would have scavenger hunts, and one of the things to find was a Coors bottle top. Of course, you couldn't find it, really. But anyway, good job. One more sip. Laissez les bon ton roulé. This is a good beer. It's an excellent beer. A-. I'm not going to give it a full A, but I'm going to give it an A-, and I highly recommend it. And I want to end this review saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.